just gonna be online for a little bit. I figured I'd try and do this just for the recording's sake. I have had this idea for a virtual patient project um, where people will be able to interact with virtual medical patients that act realistically based off of the disease that they have been assigned. Um, Figured that this wouldn't be too hard to make, especially if, just to go over what I've done so far before I went live. I just asked ChatGPT to give me some idea for medical AI agents. Some of these ideas I've talked about ChatGPT before, so I was like, not really that inspired. But the medical education tutor agent, that kind of aligns with the tutor system that I've been talking about building, and aligns with some maybe more important education. So I'm gonna try and build that, or at least a basic version of it. I'm gonna try and ChatGPT didn't fully understand that I'm trying to make this an AI powered app. Um, okay, so the core idea of this project is that this revised concept, SimPatient AI, is a conversational diagnostic simulator. The core idea is that the interactive diagnostic experience where the simulated patient is controlled by an AI agent. So this is kind of what I wanted it to do. So it'll have like symptoms that are kind of defined randomly, and then the LLM will act based off of the symptoms that it's assigned. And the doctor or the medical person trying to use the app will be able to interact with and train this, or interact with this agent and ask it questions to see how good of a doc. 2 files. Hopefully I don't fail again on live. I've done that, or at least while I've recorded, I've failed a couple of times with creating these agents already. So, but we've got nothing to lose really, so let's give it a go. This is what the UI looks like. Not sure how it would work, but yeah, this is basically, rapid prototyping. You can talk to the patient right over here as expected. The patient has their own demographic details. You can order different tests by clicking on this. Test results come in here, and then you can submit your diagnosis and see if you're right. So let's see if this actually works. Yeah, there we go. It works. Pretty quick live stream. I'll stay on for a couple more minutes, but yeah, this is the idea that I was trying to make for a while. With MCPs and Cursor, you can make this stuff pretty fast. Pretty sure I'll get penalized for only being online for 25 minutes, so I'll stay online and try and go over this a little bit more, this whole process. So to start, I just asked ChatGPT to come up with some medical AI agent, use cases, and then it came up with this list. So symptom triage patient. I didn't really like this idea. I have a sore throat. It's kind of like WebMD. I don't feel like people would trust that. Decision to support for doctors, that I do like, but I don't think that a lot of doctors would fully willing to adapt something that's made by a solo developer in his grandma's room, his grandma's house, or from his grandma's house, whatever you want to say it. Medical health copilot, I do like this idea as well. I worked on that one day. Radiology report analyzer and explainer. want to work with images right now. Lab result interpreter. Don't want to look up all the relevant test results. Pediatric symptom screener. Understand triage. Blah, 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 blah. Nah, don't feel like it. Personalized preventative health coach, didn't feel like it. Medical education tutor agent. This one I like. So I decided to go with this one. Then there was also a neurology assistant and a remote COPD asthma monitor. All those ideas I didn't like outside of the tutoring assistant. Then I went to this. Please help me conceptualize a medical training tutor. I want the tutor to work to be able to go through simulated use case and attempt to diagnose the patient. Once you have conceptualized an idea, come up with a spec for the project using HTML, JavaScript, and CSS. So I asked it that. Reminded it that I don't want to use the specific file type and that I want to make AI like the core functionality of this. And then it made it. And I used ChatGPT to generate a spec script and also the prompt that I fed to Cursor. So there's very minimal typing in this, and it was kind of all just heady, creativity stuff. Like that's the essence of vibe coding from my perspective. Makes it very easy. So I'm happy this worked. I didn't have to troubleshoot on live a lot. Yeah, this is the I haven't really vocalized this on live stream, but this is the type of stuff that I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do like rapid prototyping on live, or make videos about rapid prototyping using AI programming. Trying to show you how I do it. I will go through this process as many times as people want me to. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy building. So this is just, definitely something I don't mind doing. But after I went through this process, all that I had to do was I had to go back to Cursor and enter my API key. And once I entered my API key, then I launched this on a local server, and now it's a fully functional web page. Definitely could be a little bit prettier, but I've patient AI. What's going on Instagram? Man. I am an attention field. Yeah, okay. I don't know what else I should do on here. I can't guess the diagnosis. I'm not even going to attempt to do that. There is some additional functionality I would like to add to it. I would like for the person to be able to choose their medical specialty at the beginning. I'd like to format my prompts to Cursor the best I can, just so for review sake and for the agent's understanding sake. What I did is I gave Cursor a compliment and said I would like to make it so that you can pass patients, so you don't have to answer every patient, like, even though that wouldn't be a realistic thing, a doctor clearly can't be like, no, I don't want to work with you, and then move on. But I also want the player to be able to choose their specialty and difficulty level. The difficulty levels will be named off of real medical tiers in the US, like intern, resident, and attending. Okay. Well, here's what it looks like now. You can select the few specialties and your level. Well, I do notice some bugs. It doesn't seem to be loading a new patient. Probably because the patient records are like hard-coded in there somehow. Probably does explain that to me. I just haven't read anything that the LLM has printed out yet. Okay. Patient details are hard-coded for this, so they're not like randomly generated from like a data set or anything. That would be ideally how I'd want this thing to work. So yeah, probably figure that out. Somebody could upgrade this if they wanted to. But I'm gonna post this on GitHub eventually. As soon as I figure out how to save my, or update the API key out of there.